Bendiciones. Alafia, everybody. I'm coming to y'all with a pataki. So, for those who don't know, a pataki is a story within Yoruba tradition, typically involving the Orisha that are used to help us to understand the world around us and, how these forces of nature interact with each other and us, right? And so that's what a pataki is. Uh, just for people to understand, patakis change slightly, varying on the regions where it goes, but the core of the story remains the same. So in this pataki, we have Orunmila, okay? And so Orunmila, he was a part of a town, where essentially that town was suffering, all right, financially. So the people in that town, they didn't have much money, all right? And because they didn't have much money, they were poor, they were suffering, uh, they were like begging for miracles to happen. And so Orunmila divined, and he seen that it will begin to rain cowries. Now remember, at this time in Yoruba land, cowries, the cowrie shells were actually used as currency. All right, so that would be the equivalent of money raining out the sky. And so Rumila told them, he said, look, the skies are going to open up and it's going to rain cowries. Okay, and essentially, what the people did were they went outside with their baskets and the cowries just came pouring in, right? And so they essentially filled their baskets up with cowries and it was lit. You know what I'm saying? They had big baskets, multiple baskets. Everybody in the family came outside with baskets and baskets of, it was just raking in the money. And so the people were very happy, because now they had money. And so they started living a high life. You know what I'm saying? They were spending, big spending, all of that, you know what I'm saying? Living luxurious, just living it up, having a good time with the money that fell out the sky. And so months passed of them living this type of lifestyle. And Orunmila did divination again. And what Orunmila seen was it's about to rain weapons. So out of the sky, it's going to rain weapons, machetes, knives, guns. Is going to rain out the sky. You know what I'm saying? Ammunition is going to rain out the sky. And so Orunmila calls a town meeting and he's like, look, it's going to rain weapons. And the people, they hear it. And when it starts to rain weapons, none of them come outside. They all stay indoors. Orunmila is the only one that comes outside when he hears that it's about to rain weapons, right? And so he collects all the weapons that he can collect, you know what I'm saying? And he just stashes them. So Orunmila got all the weapons. And so what happens is, time passes months after that. In the town over, as these people are still living their luxurious lives, the town over gets wind like, hold up, I heard that it rained money in that town. We need to come get that. You know what I'm saying? And so they start plotting on coming to get the money that rained on the original town. You know what I'm saying? So now what happens is the townspeople are unprepared because they don't have any weapons. They're not prepared for war. They're not prepared for adversity, nothing. They're just living it up. You know what I'm saying? And so essentially, they run to Orunmila because they get wind that they're going to get raided. And so they're like, Orunmila, we need guns, we need ammunition, we need machetes, we need war weapons. And Orunmila is like, all right, look, um, give me all the cowries that y'all got, and I'll give you some weapons. And so in the end, Orunmila ended up with the weapons and the money. You understand? And so this is a very important story for y'all to understand. You know me, I love to bring the full meaning of the story so y'all can truly grasp it and apply it to your life, right? So essentially, Orunmila ends up with the money. Orunmila ends up with the weapons still, because he didn't give all the weapons away, right? And so this shows you, family, in life, you have to always be prepared for a rainy day. You always have to be prepared for adversity to strike. Um, just because things are going good now does not mean that things are going to be going good later. In the interim of things going good, there are opportunities to create security, to create stability. Okay, these people in the original town where the money rained on them, they didn't prepare for the times where adversity would strike. You see, in this context, we're using it as adversity of others trying to take what you have. That happens too. But in life in general, adversity strikes. Life moves in a rhythm, family. And that rhythm doesn't stay up, it does not stay down, it fluctuates. Will you be able to weather the adversity? Whether that adversity come from another individual who wants to take what you have, what you worked so hard for, whether that adversity comes from hard life situations that just fall upon you, will you be ready for that adversity? Something that really taught us this in real time was the pandemic. You know, a lot of people during the pandemic got a lot of money. Let's be real. You know, it was raining money. It was raining cowries, right? And so people were getting PPP loans. People was getting the SBA loans. People was getting all these unemployment checks. They was lit. They was getting stimulus checks. Oh, it was raining money on everything. And guess what happened? As the years went by, a couple years went by, now we're in 2023, what do you see? At the time of this video, we're in 2023. But this is going to apply to however long this is up on YouTube and other social media sites, right? In a couple years, what did you see? That money started to dry out. People were not prepared for adversity because they were so living the high life. Oh, people were going around buying everything they could buy, paying to go overseas, taking trips to Dubai, taking trips everywhere. It was lit. They were buying cars they couldn't afford. They were buying they were renting houses that they couldn't afford. Oh, they were doing everything in the pandemic. After that money came, they were doing everything. You know what I'm saying? They were eating at expensive restaurants that they normally couldn't afford. But who prepared for adversity? I know people personally that went through that. You know what I'm saying? I know people personally that went through the exact thing I'm talking about. One person, you know, a woman who thought during a pandemic when she got her money, oh, she was just lit. Oh, she was just the queen. You know what I'm saying? Because now she could afford to eat out at different, mind you, she don't come from that. She come from very humble beginnings. That she didn't have much. And all of a sudden, that luxurious lifestyle got to her head. She thinking she queen this and queen that. And what happens? The money starts to run out. Now she be struggling to pay her rent, struggling to pay her bills, struggling to get by. You know what I'm saying? Just gotta try to deal with men to get by with money. Because why? When you got that check, when you got them checks and you was hitting the system for what it was worth, you didn't prepare for adversity. You didn't prepare for the time for when the town over wanted to strike and take what you got. And so now you back to where you started at. You see? And that's what happened to the people in the town. Because they had to give all their money to defend the town, because the people wasn't just coming to take what they got, they was coming to take that town over as well. Oh, because y'all built all this? Bet. Now they had to spend all their money just to fight off the adversity. and you back to where you started at. And this is a very, very important lesson to learn, family. Realize that in life, you have to prepare for the adversity because it will come. Nothing stays the same. Nothing stays on a high note. Things fluctuate and move accordingly. And so you must prepare for the adversity. It doesn't mean that the adversity is going to knock you off or be so aggressive when it comes. But you have to be prepared for it because adversity in some way or the other will come. Now, if you're a person that is prepared for it, when that adversity meets you, you will easily defeat it and keep on going like nothing ever happened. It will be just like a pothole, boom, in the road, and you keep going. But some people, that adversity will not be just a pothole because they're not prepared. So they go into a ditch, boom. You see the difference? It's the, it's just like putting off-road tires on the Jeep. Now you ready for that rough terrain to come. It's nothing to you. You got off-road tires. Compared to somebody who's just wanting luxury tires. They can hit a pothole and their tire is done. Their rim is bent. It's over with. They got to fix it by a whole new rim. They're not prepared to go off-road with that luxury rim. They're not. But this person that got performance tires and rims, oh, they can ride all through the rough terrain all they want because they're prepared for it. You always have to be prepared for the times when adversity strikes. And that's what I want to leave y'all with, y'all. Um, you know, for anybody who's interested in learning deeper, um, you can sign into the mentorship I have in the link in the bio. For those who want insight, I'm available for readings as of now. So that link is in the description. And, you know, there won't be a time when I'm available for all these things. That's why I'm telling y'all that. There's a lot of stuff that I've been working on in the background that I have not come forth with yet. But just know, as of now, Brujo, be open for the people, get it in. And so with that said, family, uh, I love y'all. Keep grinding in your life towards your goals. Stay aware, stay focused on the path, and be prepared for adversity. And with that said, I'll catch you on the next one. Or Dabo.